Hello, guys and girls. It's Blaze from Blazing on Board, and today I got something exciting for you. I'm starting my new project, which is called Malifolks, and what it's all about. I'd like to make a series of videos about building community around certain games. Mostly because, and here's a little bit of background. I moved to new town. I moved to Exeter around 2 months ago. It was shortly before local game shops started opening up, and I simply got no connections in here. I'm not in any gaming groups. I do not have like gaming friends in here yet. I obviously want to join some of those groups, but what I like to play Malifaux, and Malifaux, unfortunately, do not have many people, many fans in here, mostly because of fact that in southwest of UK, Warhammer is extremely big thing. Almost every gaming shop got Warhammer stuff. They're organizing events, plenty of people playing it, and many people they just focus so much on Warhammer they just don't put any interest in any other games. So they do not know about Malifaux, they do not care about Malifaux, there's not many people interested in skirmish games anyway. So as I want to play the game, but there are no people in here playing it, I decided to do it myself and start promoting the game, start a community around it. So if you are in the same situation or similar situation, like you got a gaming friend but they're not interested in anything else, and you try to find other people who might try to play your game or new game with you, or you just moved like me, or like any other situation that seems any similar, and you want to start a community around certain game, maybe this series of videos on YouTube might help you out with that. So without further ado, I like to present like a list of things that you should do in the first place. And very first thing you got to do in your area is to do the research. And this is extremely important. The very first step is to hit to all local gaming shops, ask people around what they are interested in. Maybe someone is playing the game that you are trying to get into, but well, they are not advertising themselves. Like for example, on Facebook, there's no Facebook groups. It's just a bunch of people playing in some local shop, and they do not advertise themselves. Suddenly you're gonna hit one of those local shops, and then you're gonna get information. Yeah, actually there are people playing it. So you're gonna do your research and you're gonna find your people. That's simple as that. Sometimes we're gonna go the other way, and you're gonna go to all your gaming shops and people are going to tell you, sorry, we are not interested at all. We are interested in doing Warhammer. We are interested in doing, for example, Bolt Action, Magic the Gathering. We are interested in role-playing games. We are not interested in skirmish games at all. We're not interested in Malifaux. And then you're gonna see that even though you really want to play the game, it's gonna be really hard for you to actually make it happen. You still can try, but at least you know how much work you got to do from this point. So research as a first step is always extremely important. It can set your direction where you should start and what you should do first after research. So research. I already did my research. I already hit all my gaming shops around. There's another one opening soon, I think, and there's another one in Exmouth that I need to visit, but it's not that close. Anyway, but I did my research and I know where to start and what to do next. So the second thing is, when you do your research, when you know where you should head, you should go for preparations. And preparations are three things that you should prepare. It's rules. You got to learn rules, and you got to do it very well, because if you're gonna start preparing like demo games or like start playing with other people and you do not know the rules, it might seem like very not interesting for other people, or they might start doubting that they want to play the game or not, and so on, so on. So you got to know the rules in the first place. This is you got to almost memorize, or like I don't know, you got to know all rules, all basic rules, or like all rules, as many of them as you can remember. Also counts as like a normal casual rules or tournament organization, all that stuff you got to know, you got to remember, because the more you know, the more people can rely on you while playing their games, the more comfortable they're gonna feel, and they're gonna give them more, um, how to say it, it's gonna give them more uh, possibilities to come back to play more, because they're gonna feel comfortable, especially when you are around, when you're gonna organize something. They might be willing to come back to play more games, and so that they're gonna be like pushed to maybe start collecting miniatures, and get involved in the community that you try to make. Second thing, when it comes to preparations, is preparing your promo games, your promo event, even maybe sometimes tournament. We will see how it will go. But preparing your miniatures, well, obviously people that do not know much about Malifaux or the game that you're trying to introduce them to, they do not have their own miniatures, or maybe sometimes they have because they were interested in the past, but because no one was playing around, they just put it on the shelf and forgot about it. But most people that you might try to get interested in the game, probably they do not have miniatures, they don't know the rules. So first of all, you got to prepare miniatures, like 2 or 3, 4 different factions that people can see, how those miniatures look like. Maybe they're gonna like it because the scale is right. Maybe they will like it because they're colorful, fantastic poses, and just like that. So we're gonna have to prepare miniatures to like introduce people into the world of the game, but in the same time, it got to be really interesting visually, because there's plenty of people that look at miniatures, they like miniatures, and they're like, I actually like the game, so they're gonna move on from there. And what is connected to miniatures also your board, your terrain, because it never looks very interesting when you're just gonna put some random pieces on the top. So everything got to have like everything got to be connected. So it got to be also terrain that is resembling the world of Malifaux. Obviously, you can mix and match in here, like sometimes gothic ruins from Warhammer, they're gonna look fine, and Malifaux sometimes you're gonna have to do yourself. But what you need to prepare, so get rules, get your miniatures, get your terrain, and then when everything is going to look professional and very nice, very visual, then you can like go on with your third step, which should be advertising. Because advertising is basically everything at this point. When you are prepared, when you did your research, when you know where you should go to and hit what people, then what you should do is should advertise. Because if people do not know about events that you're going to do, well, even like little promo games in local groups, then they will just not come. So there can be like simple simple adverts. Sorry, gonna be simple adverts, like go to local shop owner and tell him I want to make promo games for this game, and she, the owner will tell people around, yeah, they're gonna be this event and you should come and see, because it's a real cool game. Sometimes maybe you're gonna try to put like a little poster, or maybe even pamphlets and here and there. Try to find people online as well. advertise your event on local Facebook groups, forums, all that kind of stuff. So the more energy you're gonna put into adverts advertisement, then there's higher probability the more people gonna come, and the more people gonna come, the more people gonna be interested in the game. When people gonna see that there are people interested, that will be also more motivating for them to get into the game, because there's so many people around that like playing games, different types of games, because there is actually big community and they can find players for that game easily. So the more people gonna come, the more um, the more exciting it's gonna look for people, and they're gonna be super excited to join uh, you building community. They're gonna just try to play games with you, and that's what they are looking for. So advertisement. Then when you are in this point, when you try to start promoting the game through local game shops, this is also time where you can talk to owners of those shops and book tables. Some shops are going to be like overexcited that you're going to try to do something, and they're going to give you tables for free. Sometimes they will tell you that you can book table for whole day, but for like lower price. Or for example, they will not help you do anything, but you got to book the date that is suitable for you and that is suitable for other people, because there's so many people that, for example, they cannot do gaming during the week and they can focus on tabletop gaming during the weekend. So you got to find time for yourself to do that, but also try to find the proper date that will be very good for other people as well. So find that balance between your availability and other people time as well. So once you get that, once you did your research, once you prepared everything, once you put adverts everywhere and book the table, now it's time for your event, and that's the time where the culmination of everything um, comes into play. Once you prepared, people came. Sometimes going to be few people, sometimes going to be plenty of people. But that's when this gonna go well. We're gonna assume that it went well, because if it will not go well, everything ends here, and you will be demotivated. The people will not be interested. So that's where your job ends, and you can still keep trying. But if you're not successful at the promo event, then it's like there's no community to build on. So let's say that everything went fine, your event is good. Now it's time to do a lot of hard work, and it's building community. In the first place, building community locally in local game shops by coming back over and over again to do little big promo games, tournaments, and stuff like that. So coming back and be in charge of organizing things. The other thing is that you should build your community online by creating groups on Facebook, creating forums, posts on online, and trying to engage people all the time, so they will be like coming back to you, asking about stuff, maybe trying to help you out, and just simple discussion, conversation here and there. So engaging people and keeping them interested in the game. Over time, sure, they will be like by themselves going to be engaged enough that they're going to be doing stuff that by themselves. They're going to be trying to organize event themselves. They're going to try to engage other people by themselves. But at the very beginning, you're going to have to do it. You're going to be very, very burdened with that. So that's very important. That when your promo game's gonna be successful, then it's time for you to engage people, try to keep them in the community, and then they will gonna start going on by themselves. But at the very beginning, it will be everything on you, and you got to be prepared for that. uh, and after that, when you are already engaging people, when you try to build that community, You are also the very first person that got to be informed about everything, about new releases, about changing in rules, about changing in tournaments, about tournaments that are being organized without your involvement, like official, unofficial tournaments. So you got to be as well informed as you can. This is also like part of building the community, but it also allows you to secure the future of your community, because if people are not informed, if there's like a stagnation and there's not no and there's no information flow, some people are just gonna divert to other games because they gonna feel like it's boring or not. So you got to be informed about everything that's new, everything that's changing. So that's also extremely important. And when you are already in that point that you organize promo games and you are engaging community, when you can see that everything is building up quite nicely and you got people interested in the game, then you should seek to like expand this involvement into different shops. Like for example, you build community in one shop, in one local shop, and for example, you can find other people in different shops. Then for example, you can go to other shop and say something like, look, we did that, we did promo games, we got plenty of people playing it, and we would like to do exactly the same thing in here. So this is basically like seeking support from different shops, seeking support in like gaming community basically. Because at the very beginning, when you start just doing promo games, there you will not find a lot of support, because to be honest, no one is trying to invest money, time, energy into something that might work, might not work. If you're gonna prove everyone that everything works, that you got really nice gaming community that's evolving, is growing, then you're gonna see that it's a lot easier to make local shops to invest money by, like for example, giving you like for example, freebies, giving you tournament prizes and all that stuff, because you already proved everyone that you build a community, and people are playing the game active, they are being active in that community. It's going to be way easier to get support and keep everything going with the shops. So that's it for now. Well, that's my way, what I want to do, like all those steps, little by little steps. And this is just introduction video to whole series, so I will focus on each aspect individually in different videos. And I really do hope that it's gonna work out, because Malifaux is unique, extremely good game, because of lore, because of background, because of models. Models are fantastic, and there is so much about this game. It's a different game mechanic, a very well built world with loads of funny stuff happening in their wonderful game. So I want to build community in Exeter, in and around Exeter, about this game. And I really do hope that my knowledge, my experience, going to help you out as well if you are in the same or similar situation. That's it for now. Thank you for listening, and I'm going to come back to you with more videos.